Next slide.
کاوش مدیا.
So this is the wish list of what we think they want from Russia. People have said this, but again, there's not a lot of money, as the budget slide showed. Some analysts have said that they'll buy, air-to-air fighters, that they will buy tanks. Honestly, I think that there will be some small purchases of fighter aircraft. This is the Su-30 and the T-90 tank. Now, here I'm a little less certain that they might purchase this because honestly, Iran has a robust missile system, missile development industry, which is constantly improving, which has made significant increases in guidance, which is fairly well engineered. And we're seeing things like moving away from steel towards aluminum and now towards composite bodies of the missiles that decrease weight and increase range. So they may not buy a Chinese whole system unless it possesses a clear technical advantage, or unless they do it again for political reasons to show they can, or to strengthen the alliance, or, as replacing as oil for weapons. And then naval patrol craft are a possibility, again, if they offer a significant advantage, but it should be known that Iran has robust weapon facilities, robust abilities to produce their own naval craft, small naval craft. So it would have to be a significant advantage, or procurement for an extraneous reason, like basically just finding something that China makes that they want, that they could swap oil for, improving on the earlier oil for stuff that some Iranians called oil for junk. So in summary, what I'm saying here is that Iran is a country that has a robust culture of weapons engineering and development, not the pure science, but they have a skilled labor force and skilled engineering force. But I have a slide where I look at a sort of hierarchy of defense industries. And Iran is very good, like their cruise missiles that they fire, most of their ballistic missiles. If we can go to the one that shows the three line charts. Yeah, well, this is good too, but the one before that. Thank you. So the United States is at the top, where we have the science, the engineering, the labor base. Iran is in the middle, where they have a very good engineering capability and a very trained labor force. And the maquiladora, basically assembling, is most of the Arab Gulf states. What Iran has shown is that, even if they buy a small number of weapons, within 20 years they will produce a variant of that, which in some instances is, even better than what they bought. And if we look at the next slide with the missiles, if you look at the warheads of these, the top are Iranian missiles, the bottom are North Korean missiles. The Korean process, all of the warheads on these missiles are different. It's like they're built by different teams of engineers and scientists. But if you look at the Iranian warheads, they're pretty much common. There's a great degree of commonality. So as they make incremental improvements, as they reverse engineer new technologies, integrate new imported motors, they get a much more quickly operational, lethal, and reproduced capability. And I think that's something that really, really, really concerns the Gulf Arab states, is that there's this it's not a scientific edge, it's an engineering edge, and it's the labor that, things like precision welding that doesn't really exist on the Arab side of the Gulf, except in expats.
So as Dave mentioned, what we're expecting is that Iran's domestic industries will increase production. So it won't necessarily mean that you are part of a company that's selling a fully cooked missile to Iran. But if you make the screws that go into a component that Iran is building to upgrade an existing system, you're sanctioned. So if the embargo lifts and they're able to do more of this domestic production, or they're able to buy components that would upgrade their existing things, like image lenses for their drones that would increase their ability, to the lens capacity of their drones, for instance, or any sort of payload, or an attachment that lets them carry more volume, any of these things, even if they look very technical, would actually be sanctioned.
آنچه در مورد ما میگویند